Hey everybody, Nino Pino here. Welcome back to this third episode of the Ultimate Beginner's Guide for Phasmophobia. In this video, we will be going over the most important base mechanic of the game, the journal. If you're a more experienced player, this video is maybe not that interesting for you, but if you just like videos like these, feel free to stick around. If you're a new player, however, stick around for sure because we will be talking about one of the most important base mechanics and tools of the game which you absolutely need to understand before diving deeper into more advanced mechanics. Now, before we continue, I would like to remind everybody that I do stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and a day in the weekend, so feel free to pop into my chat and ask any question you want. I'll be more than happy to answer you or even show you how it works in game. I also have some other social media. If that's something you like, I'll leave a link to that in the description below. If you give me a follow, you'd help me out a lot. And of course, if you like this video series, if you think it's useful, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when the next video goes up. Without further ado, guys, let's get back into the video. Recall from my first and second videos that what you're looking at right now, this is a server lobby of a private server. As you can see, there's an invite code in the top right. That's how you can quickly kind of recognize that this is a private game that I created. Nobody can join this. I'm on my own. Notice I don't have a job selected, no contract, so let's do that right away. Tanglewood Street, nice small map. Recommended team of 1. We're alone, so that's great. And the difficulty is intermediate. So with everything ready, let's ready up and start the game. All right, we're here, guys. In this video, we're going to mainly focus on the journal. Before you can understand what all of these items are, it's good to kind of take a look at the journal. So let's do that right away. The journal is by default opened by pressing the J button on your keyboard. So when you press J, it should open your journal. Now, the journal is one of the key tools in the game, the key mechanics. You'll notice that there's a number of chapters shown here at the start of the journal, second page of the journal actually. However, if you go through the journal, these chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they're not actually numbered, and it seems to be like it's out of order somehow. It's not working correctly. The only thing that you should remember actually is chapter 6 and 7. Those are the two most important ones. Actually, 7 is the most important one because that's the one that registers when you leave. I'll explain that in a second. And then there's actually unlisted chapters that are not shown in this contents list for each ghost, and those are actually very important when you start out because they show you what ghosts there are, and for each ghost what pieces of evidence indicate that ghost. So I'm gonna say read everything, very important. Just read everything, go through it. It'll give you a good idea of how things work. But for this video guide, I'm gonna tell you, go to the ghost chapters. You'll see that there's multiple ghost types. You'll have spirit, wraith, phantom, banshee, poltergeist, jinn, mare, revenant, shade, demon, yurei, and oni. And on each of these pages for each of the ghosts, you'll see a description of the ghost, its strengths, its weaknesses, and the most important thing, the evidences at the bottom of the page. Each ghost page will have evidence, and then the 3 types of evidence you need to find to know that you've actually encountered said ghost. The most important page is the last page, actually. Before we go to the last page, I'll just tell you a little bit about the photos. They're specific for the photo camera. Now, if you make photos with the photo camera, they'll show up here. If you make a photo of a piece of evidence, that means you're going to get some money for that. It will increase the money you earn for each contract, for each completed mission. There are several types of photos that you can make. These are interaction photos, footsteps, fingerprints, Ouija board, dirty water, a bone, a dead body, and the ghost. We'll go into the details of how much exactly you get for each picture and consecutive pictures during one contract in another video. For now, it's enough to know that you get roughly about $5 per picture, and this is adjusted based on how many pictures you have and based on a multiplier that is dependent on your contract difficulty. For intermediate, you get double the amount of money, and for professional, you get triple the amount of money. The rest we'll come back to in another video. Sometimes taking a photo of either the ghost or dirty water can be a secondary objective shown on the whiteboard, recall from the previous video. If that's the case, you'll get money for completing the secondary objective and also for actually taking the photograph. This means photos actually always earn you money if they're registered. The most important page is the very last one, which is the evidence page. As you encounter evidence, you select it here. So for example, I've encountered for the first time fingerprints. I put down fingerprints. Notice that if I have no evidence selected, right here at the bottom, I can select all the ghosts which were previously listed earlier in the journal. If I input one evidence, it will filter the list to make it shorter. If I add second evidence, it will shorten the list even further. And finally, there's final evidence. It will give me only one option. So in this way, by inputting the evidence that you find, you'll come to which ghost it is. And it's very important that before you leave the truck, you have this one input to the ghost type you think it is. Because when you end the contract, this is what the game will register as your input for the choice. Meaning that when you're done with a contract and you click on this little keypad to the left, the game will end and it will take this as input. Alright guys, I'm going to leave the video there. In this video, I gave you an introduction on the mechanics of the journal, and I already hinted at how to use a few items to fill the journal. So next video, we're going to be talking about the base items. We're going to be looking specifically at the base items because, you know, this is a guide for new players. So check out the next video when it comes out. Thank you for watching, guys. If you liked the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified when the next one goes up. I like to remind everybody also that I do stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and a day in the weekend. So, you know, if you have any questions, if you like clarification, or you want to tell me that I'm not that great at the game or whatever, you can join me, hit me up in the chat, and let me know. I'll also gladly answer any questions you have and show you how it works in the game. I also have other social media, of course, so if that's something you like, hit me up there, give me a like, a follow. It would help me out a lot. Anyway, guys, let's leave it there. See you next time. Bye-bye.